What's going on, everybody? Welcome to an episode of Andy Ventures. So I've had these bags of sand hanging out in my garage most of the winter, waiting for a video to do of sand because of a day not being able to get up north or whatever. And when we actually had a blizzard, I ended up running all of my cons from the last couple years and whatnot. So I had this kind of set up. I got these from Menards. I am in Wisconsin. We have Menards stores. They are all from, I don't know what you say, the same gravel pit. One's a pool filler sand. It's upside down because I got a little hole in it. It's very fine sand, a whitish sand. We'll see what it looks like. And then I have a traction grit and fill sand. A little bit bigger material that's in there. And then we have a sand and tube sand. If you look at them all, I don't know what size it says, what side it says, whatever. But they all came from the same quarry in, I think, Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Yeah, right here. They all came. That stupid glare, eh? Eau Claire, Wisconsin, Menards. Maybe that's just where home base is or whatever, but they all say the same thing. So I got a series of classifiers. A half inch. I don't think we're gonna catch anything in the half inch, but you never know, so it's there. We're gonna use them all. Then we're gonna go down to a 1/4 inch. I use that one a lot on the creeks. And I got an 1/8, and a 12 mesh, and a 20 mesh. I'll just rotate a bucket, whatever. I'm thinking, hopefully, it all fits in one 5-gallon pail. And then we're gonna set up a recirculating sluice. We're gonna run all the material over the sluice, and we're gonna see if there's any gold in Wisconsin's Menards bags of sand. Let's see some other people do bags of sand. Stuff normally comes from Home Depot. Or maybe Lowe's. I don't know if Menards is an actual national chain or not, but we'll see what we get. So grab your beverage or something, a snack. Let's see what we get in these bags of sand today. All right, well, we're all set up. I got my Lalaman with, I don't know how sharp this knife is anymore. I guess. Let's do the traction bag, because this one looks like it may have the bigger stuff. You can't see what's inside. The white one, it's tube and sand. Calls you back up, stay safe. All right, maybe I should go grab a little scoop. A little bit easier right away, huh? There's probably nothing that big in here, but you never know. I mean, this grit stuff definitely looks like they just took material out of the ground and left everything that was like maybe 3/7 inch or smaller. This is not really catching much of anything. Maybe I should have poured the whole thing into a bucket first. Ooh, look at that. We got one. Is it a rock? Chunk of mud? It's a rock. It's a rock. One bigger than ½ inch. Isn't even, I don't know, what is that? Piece of plastic? One rock. One rock. Well, we'll take all this, because I ain't gonna fit any more in there. We're gonna run it through the 1/4 inch. This stuff's a little dry and a little moist. It's not clumping up. I'm gonna have a lot more rocks in here. It'll be interesting to see what I lose. If I lose anything, well, I mean, I will. I'd say this is what? 7/8 full? It's definitely more than 2/3 full. More than 3/4 full. Now I gotta finish sanding the edges on this one so the whole thing fits in there more. Because I like bringing this one to the creeks. I should use it a lot more than the 3/8, but you know, it always depends on your mood for the day and what you're into and how nice the day is. And too many variables, and if you have other things that speeds up your process, you're going to kind of go that way. It's going to be interesting to see the different types of rocks that are in here. I was kind of expecting to catch a lot more. I'll go grab one of my little 2-gallon buckets. We'll throw these bigs in there. I mean, we should probably pan it. Right? Should probably pan it. You know, ain't gonna have no 1/4 inch nuggets in Wisconsin. But you never know. It's possible. It could be possible. Maybe. Probably not. Unless you find an area or a bunch of quartz rocks that weren't pummeled and crushed up by the glaciers. There. They're the bigs. The bigs. Alrighty. Didn't really lose too much. That's pretty heavy. Heavier than I was thinking it was gonna be. This is probably still really heavy. Oh yeah. So now we go to the next one. Next size. This one might take a little bit longer. I'll have to grab another pail for the bigs. Keep the bigs a little separate, I guess. A little easier to pan. Light size stuff with light size stuff. Yep, this is going to take a little bit longer. All right. So we're starting to get down there. I mean, I want to say our first pail when we started was there. We're getting down there. That's probably a third full of that. Definitely going to keep them separate. Definitely going to add the other bags, same size of material, into them. Now I got to go find something to put the next size stuff into. I don't want to use these pails because I am using them for sifting, but I could just keep do-si-doing 2 pails. I don't know. It's definitely getting nice and fine. It's neat, really neat. I'm grabbing a chair. I don't know how hard it's going to be to grab. I don't have too much on it. Just a quart of oil, I guess. There. This might be a little bit nicer. How time consuming is this one going to be? Time consuming. It's going to take a while. So, excuse me. I'm going to grab a pail for my bigs. I'm going to stop you. I'm just going to motor through it and bring it back when I'm ready to do the next one so I show you how much I lost between the two. Alright, well I got the 12 mesh, ran through into the bucket. Real close to probably half a bucket. Here's all those bigs. My other bigs. I'm probably not going to do the 20 mesh. I feel like stuff's getting really damp-ish, or at least too damp for the 12 borderline, so it's probably going to be way too damp for the 20, and I don't want to wet classify it right now. So I think I might open up the bag of tube sand and start classifying that. I have 2 buckets to play with, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, let's see what this sand in a tube material looks like. I'm thinking it's gonna be real similar to the bag we just opened up. It's just in a tube. At least it looks like it's all dry, so that's going to be easier to process. So here we go. Let's see what we get. So that's almost half a 5-gallon pail already. Ish. So, yeah, we'll go on to the next step. It's all really, really dry. So it all should process through these classifiers really fast. I'm assuming. Seems like it. It all just falls through the screens. It's a little dusty. Just try not to inhale all that little dust. It's probably not good for your lungs. You get into doing any dry classifying, I'm going to suggest to you, move your material like I am with your hand, because on this edge, you'll get a little, because of your inertia, your material wants to move out, so you'll get a little bit of your finer stuff on the outsides. So that one's done. We're gonna sweep the floor here real quick, send it through this one, and then we'll do the next size. Hopefully that one goes a little bit faster because it's all dry. Alrighty, we have our dry material. Our 12 mesh. And all this really, really dry sandy material should help dry this classifier out some. She was getting a little, did a little bit on the edges, really thick stuff. I used a brush and I poked it all through and try to get it cleaned up the best I can. It's all going to the same spot. So if there was any pickers in any of this stuff, it's going to be in this 12 plus mesh. So that stuff we're going to be a little more careful when we pan it. Everything else I really don't think we're going to find anything at all, and if we do, it's going to be little pieces that may have been stuck to the larger rocks and debris. As I'm doing this is going to go pretty quick. I'm glad it's really, really dry. Update on my adventures to Colorado. I don't know if I said in any of my other videos, but I did purchase a brand new camper. It's being built right now. I am hoping I get it the week after Mother's Day weekend. I ordered it about a week and a half ago. Today is the 3rd of May. Also, I gave up on trying to create a suction dredge using DC power or AC power. No matter what rabbit hole I went down, the only pump I could find that is going to do what I needed it to do is going to be some kind of a crazy big well pump, and then I would need a generator to power that well pump. So then, if I'm running a generator, then why not just get a motor and a pump combination where the pump does what I really needed to do. So I contacted Keen Engineering. They make all kinds of lovely gold prospecting equipment. And I had a lovely, probably a week and a half worth of chats with Mark Keen himself. Super awesome guy. Really great guy. If you have questions on some things you are building, I have a bunch of material he emailed me that you can check out. Let me know. I'll email it to you. Tons of different types of gravity rules, water rules, flows, all kinds of neat stuff. Anyways, long story short, I ended up pulling the trigger and I just bought a complete floating 3-inch suction dredge. My notice of intent for my permit for my dredge was sent to the National Forest Service the last Thursday of April. No, the second to last, because last Thursday of April was what, the 30th, 29th, whatever. It was a week before that. And I guess, from my understandings, is they have 14 days to answer me. If I don't hear anything in 14 days, I guess it is safe for me to assume that I'm getting my permit. Dates for me to leave is going to be between the 6th and the 12th. Sometime that week is when I am planning on leaving. With my camper, I have an awning / screen room tent that keeps everyone out of the elements. I am bringing in air mattress with me and 2 cots. So if you want to come visit me, let me know, and I can try and make sure there's a place for you to sleep. Or you can bring your own camper. It's going to have to be an off-grid or off-road camper. A little bit narrow, because I don't believe a full-width camper is going to fit down the road where my claim is. I ain't going to know till I'm there. Couldn't tell you. So if you want to come out, hang out with me on my mineral claim in Colorado, let me know. Come hang out. My long dredge that I was making into a dredge, I am now going to make into 2 different high bankers, and I will have my river sluices along. No permits required for a high banker or the sluices or even metal detecting. Take a walk, bring a metal detector. I will have one with me. I want to go along the sides of the mountains and see if I can find any bigger pieces. You never know. You never know. It's definitely exciting. But yes, let me know if you want to come hang out. Bring the family. Let's collaborate some videos, or if you just want to come and hang out, shoot the shit, enjoy a little vacation, I don't care. Let's have a great time. Even if I don't find any gold, I'm going to have a fantastic time on the side of the mountain. So the camper I am getting, it's a New Camp Tab 400 Black Canyon Edition, completely set up for off-grid. 620 watts of solar power, 4 100 amp hour lithium batteries, air conditioning and heat, has a 2-burner stove, a wet bath, a smart TV, and a little sound system. So, definitely exciting things going on. But yes, I will make sure there's a way for people to email me through my YouTube channel, so you can let me know if you want to come and visit or comment on the video, and we'll figure some logistics out. So there. A little less than half a bucket with that. I wonder if I can get the 2 combined. Damp material. Yeah, look at how dry that got. It's just nice and pretty now. That's awesome. Super awesome. Ooh, she's gonna be close. There. All minus 12 mesh material. 5 gallons. It's gonna get run through a sluice pretty soon here. I got another mess on the floor, but whatever. I ain't gonna get away from it. It's gonna happen. All right, let's do this all again with the other one. Since this one already has a hole in it, we are going to start with a 1/4 inch, but we are also, or I'm going to also try and get this all into a bucket. It's just easier because of the hole. Get my knife, cut it open. Never cut towards yourself, folks. Not a smart game to get into. So, look at this. Very blonde sand. Very. So, I wonder if it's just crushed up to a certain size or if it's washed. I don't know what's in there. So I guess we're gonna leave this separate. And we're gonna run it all on its own. So, with that being said, I'm gonna run those two separately. I don't think I need to classify that really at all. It all looks very much the same size. So I'm going to work on getting this tub set up with some water and my combo mat. I'll use the combo mat because then I just don't have to switch mats. Get the combo mat set up with probably, let's try one of those brand new 4,700 gallon hour pumps. And we'll start running some material over a sluice, eh? All right, guys, we have this all set up. I think I'm gonna run and grab some different lights to help shine down, you know, those evil lights that I'm always using. And we're gonna get ready to start running some materials. Pretty sure there's no bubbles left in here. It's been running decent. I might have to turn it up a little bit. I'm gonna have to get my 5 gallons of material all wet, or do we want to run the other stuff quick? Because it'll be easier, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I am really curious about this stuff. And if there's not much for heavy material in here, then I guess we'll just run all the other stuff with it. Right? Right. I guess. I don't know. What else does the guy do? I kind of feel like I could have set up a longer thing, but whatever. Let me get a little better set up here and we'll get going. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure I got all the bubbles out of here. I've been looking and looking. I don't see anything. There's some material in there, and that's probably just from whatever was left over in the hose and the pump from where we're doing cleanups from gravel pits. So we have pool leveling sand. I did add water to it. I do have jet dry in this. And we'll just see how this all kind of filters down quick. It all kind of piled up here. Give it a moment. It's crazy how different this mat looks in the camera than it does in real life. Maybe it's just because of how close I got, but it's slowly filtering down. I don't know if I have to turn it up more. Imagine turning it down would be good. Just turned up all the way. Just turned up all the way. Max power. So I guess we're just gonna run some material. I really don't think there's anything heavy in here. Well, I could go grab a magnet and find out. I gotta pay attention to what I'm shooting on the camera and not just what I'm doing all the time. But it doesn't look like much got down in the very bottom yet. Big clump here. Slowly dancing and bouncing around. Throw another little scoop in here. I don't see much for darks. Not much at all, but we're gonna run it and see what happens. So, stand by, please. I think someone may have put a little too much jet dry in the water. That's okay. I have about half of this bucket kind of ran down. It definitely stays in here. I was looking at it with the flashlight. I grabbed the flashlight. Where is it? This guy. Kind of hard to tell, but you can see everything. Does it swirling around. It goes to the next one, swirls and swirls and swirls. Does what it needs to do. That's for sure. It's lack of dark material, I believe. I was going to grab a magnet. I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab a magnet because I'm curious. All right, I got a magnet. It's hard to see in the light. It's a Flower Gold Wizard magnet. They work pretty great. I have other magnets too, but I'm just curious of how much, if there is anything. There's like really nothing in there for magnetic material. So maybe everything was washed and already stripped of all the gold. Probably just wasting my time here, but it's a fun learning experience for me, for you. You are going to learn to never run pool leveling sand through a system at home when you're bored in the winter. Because, I mean, what's the point? You ain't going to get no gold out of it. You're not going to get any rocks out of it. I didn't classify any of this. Like, none of it. But it would be interesting if there's something in there. I mean, there are some dark spots. I don't know what the dark spots are. I'm probably giving this thing really heavy. That's okay, right? And it's kind of neat watching it slowly work its way down. I'm gonna have to change batteries probably in a little bit. Let's see if we can get this bucket ran first before we switch batteries. I'm gonna have to go get me a squirt bottle, I guess. Finish cleaning this baby out. So I'll be right back again. All right, we got my squirt to bottle. Ooh, that's kind of fun, huh? Shoot the foam away. Well, that's all ran through. Turn this baby down. Got some stuff flexing over there. What do we have left? Come on, get off there. Lots of foam. Let's get it cleaned out into a pan. A bucket and then a pan, and we'll see what we got. All right, we get this down into a pan. Not much for dark materials at all, but we're gonna see what happens. And there's definitely a pile of sand in here. That's good, it all didn't go in there. Maybe we'll switch this all out for the next one. This is what we got left, boys and girls. See, there's some black sands up in there. That was a big, huge sweep. But you would think I would see something. There's nothing. So, no gold in the pool leveling sand. Next bucket. All right, well, we are set back up. I'm just kind of curious, so I have the magnet again. I know, it's just barely skimmed the top. But look at that! Holy wow. There's definitely some heavies in there. That's neat. So let's see what we can find today. And get this bucket all wet. I'm gonna close this door to eliminate noise, because there's a road right there. It gets pretty busy sometimes. It's annoying. So close the door, get the bucket wet, start running some material. All right, we got this, well, for the most part, pretty wet. Let's see if we have to get it wetter. I might have to turn this up a little bit, but we're gonna start sending some material down on here. I'm definitely gonna make something different for running stuff at home like this, so I don't have to do it on here. I have an extra channel that I made when I made that long setup. Just run this baby wide open, huh? See what happens. This stuff might take longer to clean out down here because it's a lot of heavier material. You can see there's definitely a difference in material. This was the grip sand, this was the tube sand. So there's definitely a difference in material. I guess maybe if I do this again, I do it all separate instead of combining. Well, everything's running through. The water is really dirty. It definitely, it's hard to tell, but it looks dark in there. No, the water's too dirty. But it looks dark. Let's slow this water down. Let's see what all those cells look like. Still dirty, you can't see. Turn it off. Grab this lovely camera off the stand and see what we get. I mean, it's definitely way darker than what it was with the other one. So let's be hopeful. Let's hope we caught something. Let's get set up and clean this baby. Alright guys, we got that mat cleaned up. Put into here. You can see it's a lot darker. Definitely. A lot darker. So we're gonna start panning this. Normally, after, a quote-unquote river sluice, I'll bring my cons back home and run it on a cleanup sluice. Whether it's one of Flower Go Blizzard's cleanup sluices, or a Dream Mat cleanup sluice, or a rubber V-Mat cleanup sluice, and then on the Miller table. But I'm not really sure at all what we're getting in any of this. Black sands is a great indicator that there could be something in here. So the pieces of gold were really, really little. And of this playing around, I have 2 of them. 1, 2. A piece of metal. I'm assuming it's a chunk of lead. If it'll fall off my finger. Could be a piece of silver. So, of all the material I ran, maybe there's 3 little pieces up there. 1 little piece of lead or silver, and 3 teeny little specks of gold. Yes, you can find some gold apparently in bags of sand. Definitely way more exciting to go in a creek and sit in your garage and play with bags of sand. So, please like, subscribe to my channel, give my video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel because, Colorado's coming up in like 6 weeks, and that's going to be one heck of a fun adventure to watch. I'm going to try and have daily videos. Might get overwhelming for some viewers, I don't know, but we'll see how things go. Maybe we'll combine a couple days, do a long few day video or something, I don't know. What do you think? You can sit down and watch me every day? Or a longer video combining a few days? We'll see what goes on. But thanks for watching me play with bags of sand today. Next video, hopefully we'll be back out in beautiful nature, enjoying all the lovely sights and sounds. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful time. And I don't even know if I'm on the screen, but we'll rotate you up a little bit. As I knock things in the water. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, so very bright. Anyways, have yourself a wonderful week. And I'm going to continue prepping for Colorado. If you want to come visit me, please, let me know. You're invited. Anyway, just let me know. It'll be a fun time. Come check it out. I'll have extra equipment. So if you want to come check out actual gold prospecting, I can set you up with a shovel and a classifier and some pails and a sluice or a high banker. We'll have a great time. See you on the next one.